In today's video, I'm going to be giving myself a luxury that not everybody has. And I know that I can say it would count as a first world luxury, but don't fret, we've got this. Alright, what I'm talking about is this giant box. This giant box holds a condenser, the final piece needed for my AC system to work again. And in today's video, I'm going to be installing this condenser into my 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. Now, as normal, I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed, hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my channel content for more and playlists. I do have a good playlist on my Mitsubishi Lancer fixes, so that car definitely will be shown. This is a condenser. A big condenser. Big. The condenser sits right in front of the radiator on the Lancer. Unfortunately, most of these condensers do not come with the dryer. I also have a dryer. Not the dryer you put my clothes in, but a dryer. I'm going to be installing this in the 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. Parts may differ slightly because the car is from 2002 and it is 2021 right now. And plus the part shortage, the car shortage, microchip shortage, everything shortage because of 2021. 2018, 2020. I can't even remember it because I forgot it. Okay, well, I'm going to tear down the car and we're going to get to it. I'm going to pop the hood. I shouldn't let this car cool down. It is quite warm. Yeah! Before I start, I just want to say you do want to get the system evacuated, and what that means is you want to take that old refrigerant straight out of the system. Most shops will do it for free, and well, it just makes it so these chemicals, the refrigerant R134A, does not go into the atmosphere. It is actually really bad for the atmosphere. The car has zip ties. Your car will have maybe an 8 or a 10 millimeter a clip removal tool. I'm going to remove this and this one. Pop those out, and this side is free. Pop the top one out. This comes down. Here's that little screw right there. Zip ties, gotta love them. There we go. You got to push the condenser back in order to get it out. Using some light force, I'm just gonna push it off each side. Just like that. Have a different wrench and just work at that for a minute. You don't want to break it. I'm going to move this line out of the way at least for the moment. After some light jostling back and forth, carefully trying to extract it, it's been removed. I'm going to push back on the condenser a little bit to pop it back. See, I don't have clearance to pop that out, so now I've got this 10 millimeter gear wrench. Pop the band off, because we're going to need that for, and then here we are, that. And now we got to take the dryer off. Okay, it's going to be kind of hard to see. From underneath, you need to disconnect these two lines on the dryer, and then you should be able to slide this unit out. I'm going to start working on doing so because it's just, my dryer is completely seized to this, so getting it off is not the easiest thing in the world. It's also where all the dye's been leaking out of. But since I'm taking this and I'm replacing it with a new dryer, I don't care if it gets saved or not. Look at this. You can see all that corrosion in there, and I'm just breaking the first one free, so thank you, Michigan. Obviously not the way to get it off. Okay, if you want to see how bad this dryer is, holy moly. You want to take note on the direction. Wow. Able to slide the radiator back. And this whole unit should be able to just slide right out. Okay. Coming out. Just like that. Yeah, boy. Woohoo! Yeah. Sweet. To make sure that they're at least identical. They look identical, I would say. Transfer the grommets over. They just pop off. Purchase all new insulation later and then install it when it's on the car. So I'm just gonna install it as it is now. I'm gonna reinstall it into the car. Very carefully drop it in between the radiator and the frame of the car, being sure not to wreck the car or the radiator or my new condenser like I am doing. Just need to seat it in this position. What I found, see where that little piece comes out right here for the dryer? Comes out of the front. So I have to bend this forward, unfortunately. But if we look on the original, both on the side, aftermarket, perfect. Unfortunate, but now I've just got to pull that out of it. I didn't expect to have to make modifications to my car. There. Now it clears. See? It's unfortunate that that had to happen. Luck of the aftermarket though. My exterior modification has been made. I have to put the dryer on. Just rained. Now I got to put the dryer on. The dryer goes on. Got to put the two 10mm bolts in where the dryer is. I can't show you that because it's so hard to show you that particular thing, so I'm just going to put them in. Now with the dryer hooked in from below, which is so hard to see, I'm going to show you the band that holds it. Just slide it right back over. Take the 10mm, slide it in. Sorry, it's a little hard. Everything's wet now. And tighten it down this way. Start pushing the radiator back forward and reassembling everything. Removing the condenser is actually a really simple process if it fit and went by smooth. Unfortunately, due to aftermarket parts, poor fitment, and poor product quality, I unfortunately cannot show you the ending result, and I will explain a little later about that. But it is a really simple process overall. One of the big problems that I faced was the dryer and the mounting points. Now, here's the thing. With aftermarket parts, first of all, that dryer did not fit. Even though it was built to the OEM one, kind of like I showed you, you had to bend the metal. Well, the OEM one worked perfectly. It fit fine. Now, the aftermarket one, it did not mount up correctly. So one of the things I did was I took a drill and I put a bit inside of the drill and I kind of milled out the hole just slightly. It's not advised, but I milled that hole out just slightly. Then I took an angle grinder, much like this one, and I shaved some of the material down to kind of get that clearance down where I needed it. Okay, so now we've got that done. The other thing I had to face was the fact that these two mounting points right here did not fit. Even with the rubber grommet on the bottom, it did not fit. Unfortunately, it could have been better, I mean, it does hold. Because of those reasons, I did not feel comfortable filming the rest of it. It would have been beneficial, but it took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of back and forth. A lot of pulling back out and putting back in to see what needed to be altered. If it was the Mazda, I always buy OEM, except for those control arms, which was a mistake, so I ended up replacing those with OEMs. The whole thing went by really smooth, and now that it's in, everything's put together, I'm working on refrigerant and charging it. It does hold a vacuum now, so that's the good part. Just keep in mind, when you do stuff like this is a major repair. I mean, it could have gone very south very quick. If I wasn't careful, I could have broken that mounting point and that whole condenser would be ruined. Okay, now that I've highlighted everything that has gone wrong or gone right, if you do have a little bit of good ingenuity, some engineering background, mechanical, and just some sort of good old-fashioned, I'm gonna figure out how to make this work no matter what, you could get this in easily, much like this one. Except this one is a pain in the butt and I hated it. So don't buy aftermarket parts unless they look exactly like yours. Otherwise, as normal, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my channel content for more. And, hey, AC, oh man, first world luxuries, you can't beat it.